happens if you fail the dialysis technician exam? Is it over? Do you have options? Let's clear this up. But before we do, I want to remind you that this is video number 4 of this series. If you haven't watched the rest of the videos, I would suggest you do because it has answers to your questions. First video, we talked about how to pass the dialysis technician certification exam, the CHT or the CCHT. The second video, we talked about how many questions are on these exams and what's the passing score. And on the third video, we talked about how hard is the dialysis technician exam, CCHT or the CHT. In this video, I will explain what actually happens if you don't pass, how many times you can retake it, and what you should do next. Now, first of all, relax and breathe. Failing the certification exam doesn't mean that you can't become a dialysis technician. This happens more than you think, and it usually comes down to preparation strategy and not ability. So what happens next if you don't pass the exam? Both exams, the CHT and the CCHT, offer retakes. You're not done just because you failed the first time. For example, BONENT, which offers the CHT, allows multiple attempts within a period of time. You may take the exam as many times as you need. However, you must provide proof that you have completed 8 hours of nephrology continuing education after every third attempt. If you have taken this exam 3 times without success, you can take the 8 hours nephrology continuing education with us. Just go to utopiahtcc.com, click on hemodialysis training programs, and then go to hemodialysis technician certification review. NNCC, which offers the CCHT exam, also allows retakes. But here's the important thing. You need to reapply and pay the exam fee again. And in some cases, if you fail multiple times, you may need additional requirements like the continuing education that I was talking about that BONENT requires. Since I'm unsure when you're watching this video, make sure that you're always checking the handbook for both exams to make sure that these details are still the same. Why people fail? And this part matters the most. People usually don't fail because they didn't study. They fail because they studied the wrong things, didn't focus on patient care, didn't practice enough questions, or didn't understand how the exam is written. So if you don't pass the exam, don't just repeat the same strategy, do this instead. Identify your weak areas. Focus on high-yield topics. Practice more scenario-based questions. Follow a structured plan. That's how you improve your score next time. And in all reality, I've seen students pass on their second try, not because they studied more, but because they studied better. So if you're preparing for your CHT or your CCHT exam, I put together a free guide that shows you what to focus on so that you don't waste time. You can download it below. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because if you're deciding between the CHT and the CCHT, in my next video, I will talk about the difference and similarities and which one you should take. I'll see you in the next video.